Hello YouTube, this is Forza Potenza and welcome back to episode 3 of the Race to Glory. And we're going to start off with a quick announcement. Basically, when I tried doing this before, I had a bit of a rage quit because it basically wasn't working on Project Cars 1. So we're going on to Project Cars 2 now. We're carrying on with the Megane Trophy series. But yeah, because of that, I would have gone to Positive Pot last time because last time out we had a perfect race. However, as a punishment for having to change game to get things to work, basically the cars were just undrivable at most circuits on Project Cars 1. The Meganes were. So yeah, I've had to go on to Project Cars 2 now, that's out, and it's more controller friendly. So yeah, as a punishment for that, I won't go into the Positive Pass. And yeah, our first race is at the Algarve. Now, let's get into qualifying. So now we're getting ready to start our one flying lap in qualifying at the Algarve circuit in the Meganes. This is a very well used by Renault track to go to. So I'm glad that we have got the Algarve circuit on here. It's also one of my favourite racetracks in Europe. Not seeing any races there because most of the series I follow don't race at the Algarve, but such a lovely track to drive. Anyway, we start the lap now. Coming down the fast up, down to turn 1, I'm going to brake quite early, probably braking a little bit earlier than I should, but I think that's what the car needs at the moment. Now we're coming into this now, heavy braking. The track does evolve quite quickly on this game. I can already see the evolution from when I went out on the warm-up lap. We have run it a bit wide. Let's hope there's no penalty from the game. Okay, we've got to slow down according to race control. I'm just going to brake a bit more into this corner and hope that does the job. Yeah, that's got race control off our backs and we're still going nice and quickly. Please don't tell me that was too wide there. Oh, that was lucky then. As we come through the end of sector 1, these corners are really tricky. Imagine these corners in Formula 1 cars. I would love to see this circuit in the Formula 1 calendar, definitely. Not Portugal's one of the ones that they should be talking about really when they're on about returning Formula 1 races to different parts of Europe. I definitely think Portugal needs a Formula 1 race. Saying that, they've never really had any top drivers really, Portugal. All top Portuguese speaking drivers have been Brazilian, like Ayrton Senna. But anyway, now through the end of sector 2 and now we're going to heavy brake. We are gaining quite a bit on the car. Like, we had to overtake a car on the warm-up lap. And we have, well, towards the end of the warm-up lap, as you saw, and we are pulling away from him, so I'm confident that our lap time is good, and I know we're good towards the end of this circuit now. As we pull away and turn in, it's a little bit blind. It's sort of blind on the apex, well, it's sort of fine on the apex, but blind mid-corner. But we've got a good run out the final corner, lots of power. Can we put this car on pole position, please? So we start the race from pole position, which is absolutely brilliant. That's a point already in the bag. We only need 7 more points. Oh, come on. What happened to that lovely weather from qualifying? We're away now. We've made a poor start. As you can see, everyone is overtaking us. But we only need 7 points. I don't want to mess this up. I don't know if to go a bit conservative. Oh my goodness, we lost 5 positions off the start, which is pretty awful, to be honest. But we are now back into 5th. Now we are going to dive inside of 3 cars. We did tap the leader just a little bit, but it's nothing that we can't handle. And now, oh my goodness, that is distracting, the windscreen wipers. I can't turn them off. 1, I don't have settings to, and 2, I won't be able to see a blooming thing. But you know, or put on the inside. We are overtaking on that corner, a little bit of bumping there, but it is touring cars. You can get away with a bit of bumping. Yeah, I'm going to brake a bit earlier. I can't see this corner with the fog. A lot of the corners are going to be nightmarish because of the fog, and this is a problem the AI don't have. They're just programmed to go quick around the circuit to know where the apexes are. We are not programmed that way. We have to deal with issues with sightedness, like in real life, and visibility that the AI do not have to worry about. But now, as you can see, some of these, as we crest some of the on some of the inclines, we just can't see where we're going. You wouldn't be able to see your braking points unless you're using the curb. But yeah, we're holding on to the lead. We've got 4 laps to go after this one, and this is going to be a nightmare of 4 laps, I think. By the way, if I haven't already mentioned, I'm not sure if I will have put on the overlay showing it, but basically what used to be minus points finishing outside top 10, I've changed that to top 15 now. I know that makes it easier on myself. The reason I have done that is very simple. That before, when I had if I wasn't in the top 10, we only had 12 cars at some events. Whereas now we can have events where we've got 16, 20, 24 cars. So it makes a lot of sense. Anyway, we've gone quite slow around that section because we couldn't really see what we were doing. But because that's the disadvantage about being in the lead, I can't see anyone's braking points. But yeah, we have got a queue of cars right behind us. This can make for some of the best racing on project cars though. We are going to brake heavily though. Oh, I've stopped it. I haven't stopped it in time. Please stop wheel spinning, car. Stop wheel spinning. I know they might get the run on us now. I understand that. Come on. I think this is the thing with project cars. When you make a mistake, I think in the race to glory as well, it's a lot more of desperation to try and get the car back. Like, please come on to the circuit, please. Oh, don't do the same thing again. No, see, that's the difference. If I go off on a normal game, it's like, oh, damn it. But on this, it's desperation. Like, please get back on, please. It's alright, but this is a blessing in disguise, I think. P2 is still enough to P2 would still be enough, like, for what we need from this race. P2 is plentiful of what we need, and it also means that we can have a bit of visibility about where the braking zones are, because if I brake at the same point as him, even if he goes off, even if I go off because he goes off, I'm still his braking zones are going to be pretty much spot on. So I might even just try and sit in P2, to be honest. I'll happily take 9 points today. He's braking through that bit, and I don't blame him in these conditions. See, I trust the AI not to make mistakes at the moment in these conditions. I don't trust myself, really. We have got a big group of cars, though. There's, the top 5 are separated by less than 2 seconds. I did think about having a move, going for the move there, but I thought better of it, because that can only go badly for us, really. And, yeah. Come on, let's see what we can do. Now, I am content with just sitting back. My phone has just bleeped there. I need to answer that in a minute. I am content with just sitting back, to be honest. Because as long as I can see the braking zones, as long as I'm close enough, I don't think I'm quick enough at the moment to catch the car ahead anyway. But as long as I can see what he's doing braking wise, as long it gives me some sort of idea of what I need to be doing. See, I've gained a lot through that corner, well, through that braking zone. And we have got a bit of wheel spin now because we are driving a front wheel drive car. I think that's the reason I have problems with tyre warming as well, because front wheel drive, when you've got front wheel steering, I mean, I know obviously they won't have rear wheel steering cars, and again, like this, we have gone a bit off there when we just about defended this position. Well, but he is going to get alongside us, but we have got the momentum out the corner, we have got the speed, I should say, yeah, speed, not momentum. As oh no, this is awful now. Oh my goodness, I don't know where I am, I don't know where I am. I thought we were at a different part of the track then, and I have gone off because of it. We are down to P3. Oh my goodness. No. Okay, P3 still good. P3 still means 7 points. I know I won't have fastest lap of the race, but I've got 2 laps to go, and I just need to hold on for 2 laps, and I'm perfectly comfortable doing that. We are now dropping quite a bit back from the leader. I know he'll take a big dive on the brakes through this corner, and I probably should. I'm just trying to go for a little lift, and it is working for me. I am gaining speed on the cars ahead, I think. Only gained a little bit on the leader that time, but I have gained a lot on second place. And we are going to have a quick run now onto the start finish straight. We have got 2 laps to go. I don't really want to overtake him, if I'm perfectly honest. I might go for a move now that I can see the leader a bit more. But yeah, now we're up into second. Please hold that. I don't trust the car not to squirrel about. I really don't. It's the handling characteristics at the moment are being weird. I think that's what I can say. Oh no, I know I sound like I'm whinging all the time. I'm really not. I'm really, you know, glad to be in the position I'm in at the moment in this race. But I am really scared driving these cars.
Just 1 second behind the leader. Come on.
Oh no, come on, the wheel spin is just... It's knowing that I could have the speed to gain that position, but knowing I don't. And knowing I need to... Normally I don't need to rely on the map things. I think it's because as well, I can't see where my braking zones would normally be. Because I'd normally like, look at little things to the side, or I'd look, you know, I can't really see. Or I could base it off the crests or what I can see at certain points. But because we've got the fog as well as the rain, I can't really base it off that. Oh, what have I done? I don't even know what I've done there. I hit another car somehow. I can only apologise for that. I couldn't see what I was doing. I didn't know there was a car there because visibility is atrocious at the moment. I think because of that, I know this might sound a bit cheeky. Normally I would go into negative pot for a crash like that. I really couldn't see a thing. I think some allowances have to be made for things like visibility. We have now dropped a lot of time to the leader. We're now like 4.5 seconds off the lead of the race, and apparently that's the circuit there. And we have lost time where we're normally quite quick. Oh my goodness! That was my fault. That was complete. That was the slightest bump has threw him off. Oh my goodness, that was an awful, awful accident. Yeah, I've had 2 accidents on this lap now. I think I need to think about going into the negative pot. Yeah. But to be fair, yeah, I don't know, it's one of those. It's, in weather like this, you wouldn't normally give, you know, it's so easy to make little errors, and I think just because of the conditions and the visibility, I had no idea there was a car alongside me, really, as I came back on. I thought I was clear. I think, yeah. I'll tell you what I'll do. Like, the game, like, if I cut a corner, would be giving me about a 3-second penalty. I'm tempted to do it. Now, no, the rules of this are negative pot because negative pot hurts me more. But I think given the conditions, I think there's nothing I can really do or say about that. I think it's just, I genuinely didn't know where the corner was. If it was me being stupid with the way I'm driving, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll save the replay. I'll save the replay. If I decide after the, like, I've got to record this all in one go, I won't have time to have a look at it for the next race. I'll have a look and decide whether I think that should be negative part. And if it is negative part, I'll do it at the start of the next episode. I think that's the fair way to go about things. Or if I do really well in the next race and end up with a positive pot thing, I just won't apply it. Because I've had a couple of little scraps like that, and little scrapes. Anyway, now we're trying to vigorously defend for second now. Now I can't really see the circuit. We're going to go wide again. We're going to lose second place on the final corner, I think. And now he's come across us. The car's swirling about. Can I get the run to the line? I have got speed on him. Can we do this? And yes, we can. Oh my goodness, that's a photo finish for second then. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a brilliant way to take second. And did we set... Oh, here's a point. Did we set the fastest lap of the race? Not quite. But someone set a 2 minutes .8. Oh my goodness. Ignore the fact that everyone's apparently French on this. We would have had... I think we would have had the fastest lap of the race. I mean, look at our lap times at the top 3. We're all very similar on lap time. I mean, I know I finished 9 seconds behind, but someone set a 2 minutes .899. Did he just have clean air or something? I wonder if that's the car we bumped off. Anyway, so with that, we've ended up with 9 points overall.
So, here we are now. It turned out we didn't need any points at all in this one. We just need to not get in the negative points. Our next race is around Watkins Glen. Let's get into qualifying for this race.
Now here we are, we're getting ready to start our qualifying lap in the wet. It's the final race of the Megane V6 trophy. If we do a decent job of it, anyway, it will be. And we're going to start qualifying. We're right behind the car, but I'm okay with that. I like having a car for braking zones. And apparently we've invalidated the lap. I've got to go again, basically. So we're going to get ready now for take 2 of this lap. Yeah, because if I'd have invalidated, because I know I'm doing one shot qualifying, but if I invalidate the lap before the lap starts, like I did there, like you can do that on Project Cars too, then I'm just going to allow myself to have another attempt at it. If it was invalidated like, on the lap, if I made a mistake on the flying lap that meant it was invalidated, then obviously that's a different story. Anyway, now we're going to start the lap around Watkins Glen circuit. I haven't driven much, but I do like on different games. I love the banking of the corners. And now through the turn 1, we're relatively quick through there. We might have to lose a bit of time to please race control. Actually, no, we're pretty lucky there because I think we had a bit of a spin from it. Oh, I don't like the handling of this car. I really don't like this car in these conditions through here. I think the track's getting worse. I mean, conditions. I've only got it on one weather slot, so it should stabilise the conditions really. I'm braking now. I don't know where the braking zones are, mainly because I think the boards are in feet rather than in yards or meters. You know, I can relate to yards or meters a lot more. So I think it's quite hard to tell. But we're now coming through this hairpin. That's where the short track goes off. And now I don't really have a braking zone for this corner. I tend to just brake when cars around me do, but being no cars around me, I've just got to... Yeah, and the thing is, I'm really taking this seriously. I'm focusing so much, I'm not even really having time to look at the speedometer, because that's normally my greatest inkling. If I can't see a braking zone, that's normally how I know, have I got it right. But yeah, we've got a decent run through here. I can't even look at my own best lap delta because the lap being invalidated before. Now, braking in good time, just because of the wet conditions. Car is not comfortable in the rain at all. I have to say that. We've only got a few corners to go though, and we seem to be gaining on the car ahead, but whether he's coming into the pits, we don't know at this stage. Hopefully we can qualify well. Okay, is he pitting? I can't really tell. He might be trying to put... Yeah, I think he is, because the line is taking into that final corner. Now here we go. What kind of speed are we going to have? Is this going to be enough to put us anywhere up the grid at all? P23 is not very good at all, but I'm sure we can do better than that in the race. We're starting towards the back of the grid for this one, but I've got a good feeling that we can overtake around Watkins Glen. As engine notes rise. We're away now in the dry at Watkins Glen. What a nice change it is to have some dry weather. And we have dropped all the way to the back. But this might work out for us because we can hug the inside, ideally. We can, you know, gain from people making mistakes, going wide. Like, people have gone quite wide through that corner. And we've already gained 2 positions. Hopefully we can gain from cars battling. All we need to do, we need to come 7th, really. All we need to set past this, we need to come 8th, all we need to set past this lap. But now I believe we can do that in 5 laps around here. We're already gaining positions, we're up 4 positions already. And now we can brake when everyone else does and just gain time. And now we're already up into P19. Now we're going to try and go for the move on P18. This has been a miraculous first lap so far. We're almost out of the negative points. We're almost into the... We're almost... yeah, we're only 2 positions off getting out of negative for this race. And that's on lap 1. everyone's staying close together, which benefits us. Probably suits the circuit for cars to remain close. It's hard, I think it's hard to get away on a circuit like this. Once you're in a group, because of the banking of the corners, you can carry so much speed through some corners. Now we're going to try and go up the inside for 16th. And now are we going to make a move happen? Yes, I think we have. Cleanly before the apex of the corner. And we're now one overtake away from getting out the negative points, and that now is P15. And the pack isn't really breaking away, partly because we're in a single mate race series, I think. But yeah, the pack's not really getting, broken up or anything. A car has made a mistake up ahead of us. The car in 13th has made a little bit of an error, and they've run it a little bit wide. We've got 4 laps to gain some positions, and I think we're in a brilliant position to do that. I mean, there are cars battling up ahead. They're slowing each other up a little bit, and now we're going to try and go for a move around the outside of turn 1. That was a brilliant overtake, and now we're coming up to our teammate. I don't really want to risk it through here. I think the car's just a little bit too understeery, but if we can get it to the inside, we almost got slung into the barrier with a tiny bit of contact there. We have damaged the car a little bit though. That could be worrying as we come later on into the race. I'm going to brake when he does. He's going really defensive on me. Oh, that's not nice. That's not nice at all. Hopefully we won't get done by race control in that one. But now we're into 14th. Okay, 6 more positions does sound quite hard at the moment. We've got to be honest with the speed that we have, and through this corner we lose time. The thing is, we're gaining time on the exit. We tend to gain a lot of time on the exit, and everyone is in one big group because there's 2 cars going side by side. Yeah, this is spectacular racing around here. Oh, a little bit of an error though. If I hadn't made that error, maybe I could have got the move through here. I'm a little bit worried now that we're not going to get the positions. Watkins Glen is a circuit I'm very good at in traffic, though, normally. Now we're going to try and go for the move at some point for 13. I'm just going to try and completely outbrake him. That was a good overtake into P13. Hold it on the inside, yes. And now we've got the run on P12. Can we do anything though? Oh, no, not quite. And we're wide. Come on, get the car back on circuit. Come on, we now have 3 laps to gain 5 positions. I believe though, I have got belief in my ability to do this. As we come into turn 1, we're going to brake late, we're going to get the move done. We're up into P12. I can see the cars that I need to overtake directly ahead of me. I need to gain, it's only a couple of seconds on the leader I'd need to gain to get these positions, essentially. We are driving quick. Cars are getting away from us, but now there's a battle going on up ahead. That could slow them down. I'm really hoping it does slow them down, in fact, because that'll be our best chance of gaining. Oh, we're wide. Okay, we've got to slow down to avoid getting a penalty, but we have done that. Now we've done that in a place where we haven't lost too much time from that, luckily. And now, because I know there are a lot worse places to have to do that. And oh, come on the brakes. That's good. Right. I'm just worried that even if we can pass this group of 3 cars relatively quickly, what if that's it? What if the other cars are just getting a bit too far away from us? If we get past this group of cars, I've just realised I thought we were on lap 4 for a moment. I'm losing it a little bit at the moment. But now, are we going to try and move on the inside? We do think about it. A little bit of contact made. Luckily, the cars up ahead of us are getting held up for some reason. But now we're going to go for a move up the inside, and that is a lovely overtake. We're into 11th. We're going to go for the move on 10th, surely. No, we're not going to be able to. Unfortunately, in that one. Now, come on, let's do this. We've got a brilliant run off that corner. We're now up into P10, and we've got 2 laps to gain 2 positions. That's looking doable, especially with the cars up ahead going a little bit slower at the moment. Now we're going to get a blistering run through turn 1, and we're going to go for the overtake. Oh, we're up into P9. We've got 2 laps to do this now. This is really going to be close. 2 laps to gain a position or to set fastest lap of the race. I do think we have the speed to catch up. I do. We do look really quick around this circuit. And now, we've got to set a personal best in sector 1. We've taken that chicane, but double chicane absolutely beautifully. We're hugging the apex now, and look at the time we're gaining. Look at this. We could end up on the tail of this group very, very quickly. Yeah, we're a lap to get one lap to get one overtake done. Next lap, I think, is the best way of looking at it. I don't think we're going to get them before this lap unless we get a monstrous run out every single corner. But we are doing well. Our best lap delta on our own personal best is up by nearly a second. And now we are just gaining time, but we have run a little bit wide there. Please don't give me a penalty game. Please don't give me a penalty. Okay, we're going to brake a little bit earlier there. Please tell me that was enough. Please tell me that was enough. Okay, that was definitely enough. We broke a little bit on the corner. But it shouldn't matter too much because they're in a big group. Come on. You just need a little bit more. We're so close. We're tantalisingly close to the cars ahead. Any closer, and I think we could probably go for a move into turn 1, to be honest. But we have got a good run now. We've got one lap to gain one position. I've set my personal best lap of the race. Now they're going for a move up ahead. Oh, does that give us an opportunity? I'm going to back off just a tiny bit so we don't have the race control thing. Oh, that still comes up. Never mind. Never mind. I just need to find somewhere nice to drop a bit of speed. Oh, please give me this. I'm trying my hardest for you, game. Please. Please. I've just slammed on the brakes in the middle of the straight. Thank you. Oh, we've lost a position because of that now. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. I didn't even gain that much time from going off. Surely. That is ridiculous. Okay, now we're off. Now we will actually possibly gain time. I'm amazed the game hasn't tried to tell us that we gain a position in all that, because it normally does. Oh my goodness. We've got to hope that our lap before was the fastest lap of the race, because otherwise we will be staying in this tier. This is really frustrating now, because I was getting really close. I know that I just needed a little bit more time. I just needed probably another lap to do it. But no, because yeah, that's just brilliant. Come on. We can still do something there. Let's not give up hope. There could still be incidents up ahead. There's a few corners to go. There could still be a disqualification in theory. That's a thought. I might actually do the cooldown lap just to see if there is a disqualification. Oh, we're now. Oh, look how close we are now. Of course, we are this close. Coming up to the end. Come on. Right. Oh, last corner. I know that given another lap we would have done it. I know if we hadn't made that error into turn 1, we would be scoring points. Is it enough? Is this enough to get past this lap of the race? Oh my goodness. Guys, we have done it. We're promoted to the next tier. I can't even remember what it is. I've just had a quick look down. 148.899 was our fastest lap of the race. And I can't see anyone into the 148. I think we're the only person in the 148s. So that is it. That's it confirmed. Yes, we've got promoted. We're up to the next tier. Oh, that's such a relief. I thought maybe it was just these cars and it was the issues on Project Cars 1, but that is such a relief that we've set the fastest lap of the race to get them. We had an awful race bar that one lap pretty much. Well, we had a good race, we just silly errors. We've done it. We're promoted now. Yes. Hang on. Oh my goodness, I just realised something stupid. We didn't even need a point in that race. After all that. Anyway, apparently I can't have 12 and 9 now, which is bad because I'm doing an engineering degree and I'm currently doing maths. Anyway, on that bombshell, thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see you next time. Bye.